Check, 1, 2, 3. Clap, sing. Can you see me? Look at me right now, in my eyes. My open eye, you can see both of them. Can you see me? No?
What's going on? What's going on, guys?
So I know...
What was it, 3 months ago I said that I was gonna start doing this again, and now it's...
Ugh. Now it's April. But hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome. What's up, guys?
God, I am just a pathetic shell of what I used to be. Welcome back to another episode. A new brand spanking hot, fresh new episode of, you guessed it, Pillow Talk. We're here, boys. We're back in. I've never felt so unwelcome in my own home. Today's a little bit of it's a special day. It's not special actually at all. But you know what it is? I did want to actually talk about a video game that I do hold very near and dear to my G-dang heart. It's kept up here, locked up. Somebody took the key and they swallowed it whole, gosh dang it. I love this video game. It's a video game unlike any other. Well, it's not. However, doesn't make it any less important. It's a little gem of a video game I like to call Beyond Good and Evil. You already know, it's the name of the title. You probably could have figured that out that's not what matters. What I did want to talk about though is the video game. And I know what you're thinking, David, or you've spent all this time not being here. I'm sure you did research. Absolutely not. Research is for the weak. Beyond Good and Evil was this very rare gem of a video game that I only have a few experiences with. A couple of other video games where I would, rather than play it myself, I remember I used to do this with not very many games. Like I would do it with like Doom, but I would sneak into my dad's game room, you know, like the little goblin that I am. I would be hobbling in and I would try and hobble my way in there and just peek from the corner of the edge of the door just so I can get a peek of him playing what I thought at the time was the absolute quintessential masterpiece of video game. The best graphics I had ever seen, the best gameplay I had ever seen. That's right, Beyond Good and Evil. The amount of hours that I have spent in this Vijaya game trying to 100% it, quite frankly, years of my life. Of course, my brother did it in a matter of seconds. You can't ever beat a brother. But let me tell you, a brother can beat you. If you came here expecting me to talk gameplay of Beyond Good and Evil, are you dense? I'm not one to speak about the quality and the exact... I'm not here to talk about the exact specifics of the perfect quintessential game, Beyond Good and Evil. I'm here to reminisce. And if you don't want to hear me reminisce, and you don't give a shit about what I have to say, there's the door right there. You can see it with your own human eye. Unless you're not a human, in which case I don't judge. I accept all living things. You can be whatever you want watching it. I'm digging myself into a hole. I'm gonna stop. But Beyond Good and Evil, it almost like doesn't exist even really in my brain because like I haven't played it. It feels not real to me because I haven't played it probably in like 15 years. I'm an old man now, you know. I'm almost 20.
Y'all already know these lugs are black and rotten.
My memory on the game is not very good. I remember there was a pig who was like your main buddy. I want to say the main character's name is like Jade. One thing that I do very vividly remember from the game though was this part. It's the very final boss in the game. And I remember at some point in the boss fight, this man, this creature, this absolute nematode just comes at you and he's like, he turns full anime villain. He's like, oh, you think you're doing good, huh? The controls are inverted. Why don't you suck on that, fatty? And I remember being the stupid, shitty 4-year-old that I was, just being this absolute cretin of a fucking, just like, just trying to beat it and having to switch off controls back and forth between me and my brother because my brother couldn't do the beginning part, but I could, and I couldn't do the inverse controls part, but he could. So like I would be doing it for a little bit, and then I would start doing badly because the controls were inverted, and I'm legally, I can't say that. But we would pass the controller back and forth between one another, and that's how we ended up beating the final boss. Is we ended up having to collide both worlds and bring our powers together in order to create this, I was gonna say masterpiece, but I guess it wasn't really a masterpiece. We just beat the game. We beat a video game. Huzzah! What do you want, my fucking birthday? Having those experiences with that game is what makes me hold it so near and dear to my heart, you know? And of course, I remember when I watched my dad beat that game, my dad just absolutely smacked that boss down. He fucking, like, without a second thought, without even glancing at it, he was like, oh, the controls are inverted? Let me fucking toke up real quick. And now I'm good. Now I'm absolutely A-okay. Meanwhile, P-Brain David Devine is like, how do I get the controls to work when they are inverted? I am small brain. I have the brain of a caveman. Ooga booga. Beyond Good and Evil, I almost just called it Beyond Two Souls. That's a completely different game that I know literally nothing about. Don't ask me questions. I swear to God, I can see you typing a comment about Beyond Two Souls. Look at me. I've made this joke before. In my eyes. Look at me. In my eyes? No.
I don't know how long this video is gonna be. If it's gonna be a long one, if it's gonna be a short one.
It's whatever. That's showbiz, baby. You know, due to this whole global, what's the correct word? Due to this whole global pandemic, not epidemic, they're different things. Due to this whole global, I already forgot their word. Due to the coronavirus, there's really nothing to do right now. We're all just sort of, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're all trapped at home. And there's nothing to do. I actually just recently moved out. I live with two of my boys now, two of my absolute boys, which is fantastic, and it's what allows me to make these G-dang videos, and that's something that makes me very happy as a human being, because now I have an excuse to start trying to do this again. And, you know, I did miss making some YouTube stuff. Hopefully it comes out at least kind of funny, but I don't know, because I'm kind of a failure at life and living. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. That's pretty much all I got for you fellas. I'm sure some of you are disappointed that I didn't vape as much in this video. My lungs are tired. Please, give me a fucking break.